Chiggity chat.
Stream manager. Yo. ESPOT's going down. We got shit to talk about.
Let's crack it like it.
Okay. Let me get the Facebook chat on my tablet. Oh, shit. The vase was on the table.
You are a gamer who customizes everything, even drinks like coffee and milk.
Fucking A. We're live. Fucking doing the damn thing. Let me get this KGL stream shared.
Season 2, man. I'm excited about this.
You excited for season 2?
Yeah. I'm excited for some new games, too.
New games like...
I've been playing Rocket League lately. It's been fun.
Yeah?
I'm enjoying that.
You're enjoying Rocket League?
Shit is dope.
Hell yeah.
I see why people liked it. Seriously.
It's like a real sports game, right?
It's dope. It's soccer, so and I never got into the FIFA as much as everybody else did.
Yeah.
But this is simple enough, but like hard enough because it's a car. You're like whipping a car trying to hit a ball. You know what I mean?
Got it.
What up, Vega?
Vega in this piece? Yo.
Yeah.
What up, man? All right, let me turn this down. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the Facebook on here so I can fuck with it.
Bet.
How do I get the comments, though? There we go. Yo, Dig on Facebook. What up, yo?
What up, Dig?
All right. So, we're going to talk some Season 2 shit first. Fucking scrimmage happened. Anon and Dragon Gang.
Right?
Yeah. No. Anon still looking like the champs. Okay, but Dragon Gang was ready.
Okay.
And so that was pretty lit. We're going to get it to where... We don't have the video, though. I could get it from Kai. He streamed it. But we're going to try to stream the next one. And if I'm not mistaken, Kai was talking about it being Anon and the newly formed Nerd Gear, which is the old OCF.
Okay. Ooh, Nerd Gear, okay.
So that could be fucking lit.
I can't wait to see that logo.
Yeah. No, it's going to be dope. It's going to be dope. So I don't know if there's a day on that, but we want to get someone in there as a codcaster so we can stream it sometime next week. All right. Keep us in the loop on that, on when that's going down. Because we definitely want to stream it and then like post the videos to YouTube and shit. So there's that. Scrimmages. So they found there were some kinks and stuff in the game setup
Which I
during the game.
about.
Like, yeah, exactly. So this is like KGL preseason, low key. So we're gonna try to match. We were talking about this before. We're gonna try to match up some scrimmages too, like so.
Undertoker's challenge Boogaloo Crew too.
Exactly. So yeah,
we'll see y'all soon.
coming for that ass.
Coming for that ass.
All right. Dope. So we got that going on. But before we get into the nitty gritty on the season 2, we made a date and a time for something that y'all have been digging, and we're gonna fucking make it happen. February 6th, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, Warzone tourney. All right.
That's what I'm talking about. A lot of people talking shit like, oh, if y'all play Warzone, dude. If y'all play
Warzone. So what we're going to do is 4-man teams, and then you can sign up as a solo or a double or whatever, and we'll fucking, like old school, we'll make a team.
Yeah.
So 4-man teams and with solos. All right. So that'll be dope. We haven't talked about like, oh, you know what? I guess we could do that. There's different game modes for Warzone, right? Because we were thinking about this. How is it really a tournament? You know, because you got to have the 25 player minimum for the shit. So like, you know, if we need 6 teams of 4, so in order to run 2 brackets or 2 rounds, we'd need like 50 people minimum. So that's kind of a lot to hinge the whole or set the whole thing on that shit.
Yeah.
So, so we were talking it'd just be one game, but what we could do is there's different game modes in Warzone, right? Like there's plunder, there's the other ones. I only know as plunder.
No, there's like it's cash. There's like most of them are cash, plunder, and that's really the ones I play: the plunder and the regular Warzone. I don't play. See, I'm not a big Warzone player, but I'll play though. I have some friends that are Warzone. Players, yeah.
So that's kind of what we're thinking on that one. You get points for placement in the matches and kills. Yeah. So, but I mean, what do we? So we run a few rounds, and then tally points.
It's possible. We're talking. We still haven't decided it. We were talking about it earlier.
We were talking about it earlier. You play like 3 to 5 matches. Every team's points.
So here's the thing.
How long is a match?
Conscription.
Yeah. How long is a match?
I don't want to. We gotta figure it out.
Play like okay. So Kai says we play 3 to 5, and Vegas says we play 10. So
you guys are chomping at the bit. and chomping at the bit to get at these guys.
All right.
I feel you though.
All right. So
right.
I don't know what everyone else. We gotta figure that out though. So unless they just negged us down, it's looking like 3 to 5 is the move. We went from 1 to 5 just now.
Yeah.
Because Vegas said 10.
Yeah.
The custom matches last a while. He says, okay, so by the end of this, we'll figure out exactly what we're gonna do for the Warzone tournament.
By the time the tournament happens,
20 to 25 minutes.
We'll have that figured out. We could do 4, potentially 5 at that point.
You put like 5 minutes in between each, or you put like 10 in between each, so you're talking 35.
So 3.
And you probably want, so 3 in an hour.
Or 2 to get the points, and then 3 to whoever wins.
But how do whoever wins on that? Why are we keeping points?
Keeping points, you gotta it's like how we do for the season. You get points for each week. Like we do one tournament, top 5 teams, 10, 5, 8, Second tournament, and then top 5 teams go to the last one.
But we need a minimum of 25.
25, right.
In the lobby.
Never mind.
So we would need, we'd say the top 25, I guess. But they're team-based. They're squads, right? So each team is going to have a point total. Right?
We can do one-person Warzone.
Singles?
Yeah.
Well, we can. And maybe we do that for what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Instead of the...
Okay, yeah. Potentially. See how
okay.
The sign-ups like.
All right. 3 straight matches is better. Yeah, so that, we might... Yeah, because then we're talking like a total 2 hours about.
Yeah.
Which I think is a reasonable ask for people. Right? And then duos might be a move. Maybe duos. I do kind of like duos because like in the Olympics, the countries will have multiple teams. Like on the bobsled. Like this is the American team. And then there's another American team. And then, which is kind of cool. Now, I like 4s, though, because that's how our league structure is. And we're going to... let's think about this. If someone signed up as a solo and got placed with a partner and they didn't like their partner, that's going to be really bad experience on them. But if you have 3 people on your team besides you, you have a potential to get, you theoretically get 3 partners you really hate.
Right.
But then, at that point, we can't facilitate everything. But But I think that I don't know. I think 4s. Why do you think duos is the move, Kai? Let a motherfucking know. But so Warzone tourney already sounds like
February
it's gonna be dope.
6th.
Y'all should do it 1 point per kill, and then starting at 10th place, 1 placement point for every place you advance. So number 1 gets 10 points, and then you get 1 point per kill. It's hard to get kills in Warzone, yeah. Like it's harder.
Harder because it's not the.
They've got health
kills.
and they've got body armor.
Health, body armor. But at first, it depends on how.
Right, and what's going down.
How much space y'all got.
Okay.
Because y'all dropping down on top of each other, it's going down off the top with the hand pistols. Like it's like Fortnite. You're fighting to get to the guns.
So Vegas says he thinks it would be faster games with duos, which kind of makes sense, right? Because once your homie dies, then you're just out there.
You're just out there.
But at the same time, everybody else in the same situation,
Yeah.
right? And then you trying to go rescue the homie and get capped up.
Right. 'Cause that's what I'm doing. I'm sitting on your homie. I'm gonna let him live.
Yeah, just walk around there, buddy.
Just
Crawl. Crawl.
Bring in the big fish. Where's that little big fish?
Is it when you die? Well, it depends on the game mode, right? When you die, like Fortnite.
Nah, I don't know. On Warzone, there's a gulag. I don't know if that happens in our. I don't know if we.
So we need to look into some shit.
Yeah.
Like the kill scoreboard. Oh, every team captain should have to screenshot and post their team score in the Discord.
I like that.
Always has a
Some
gulag.
responsibility. Well, there's the. As long as the team captains are down to do it.
Well, I mean, you gotta be.
It always has a gulag.
Yeah. So if you gotta, I mean, we can make the captains do shit. Like the captains are the ones that are like down for shit.
Yeah, no.
Here's the thing,
of
though.
course.
We'd have to
They're
find
totally
someone
down.
on each of the random teams too. But I'm curious. We don't have access to that as a codcaster. Is there codcaster? Kai, you know if there's codcaster on Warzone?
Yeah.
I guess that's something we should have figured out.
We
But
got to.
we're gonna do it regardless of what happens. So
Yeah, it's
Warzone
happening.
tournament coming. We got some kinks to work out. That's the only you can keep track of score. So that means that there might not be. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. So Codcaster usually can see everything. I mean, in other game modes. But
I'm
everybody else
sure
can
at
see
some
everything.
point they post all the results. Like, you're fucking first, second, third.
No, I think when you play Warzone, you don't really
The
see
winner,
all that.
The winner wins then.
It just tells you who
That's
won.
why we were just going to just do one, because it's just the winner wins. But what do you think?
I don't know. If not, you can be like an in-game reporter and fly around in a helicopter.
There you
That'd
go.
be dope.
Right.
We have a whole squad.
TV.
Over to you, Dom.
People shooting at us. And shit.
Yeah.
I'm over here. There's bombs, Jim.
All right. We're gonna figure that out. I guess I'll put in some time today on it or something and fuck with the settings and see what I got available. Okay. So that's February 6th at 11 a.m. Arizona time, which is Mountain time.
It's mountain time.
Season 2. So it's been brought to our attention, and you had this experience. I talked to you about it, and you're like, "Yeah, no, I was going to say something." So apparently, you get the scoreboard tells you the place your team got and how many kills each team member got. But it's only team stats. Got it. So apparently, the guns are OP or something in this new one. And so what's happening is like when you play hardcore, you only have 30 health, but then like the AK does 27 damage. So it's like, you're done. Yeah. And so like hardcore is kind of a different kind of game in this new one as opposed to the old one. And in fact, at the scrimmage, they voted to play core or hardcore, and they all chose to play core. And when I was watching the scrimmage, they weren't like staying alive hella long. Like they were taking like 3 to 4 bullets, and dying.
As opposed to half a clip of a fucking ankle.
Like on the other games. Yeah.
And
So
just dead.
So core, they might have fucked around and made core more competitive. I mean, it's super. That's the competitive one, but like hardcore was dope because
it's super realistic.
Yeah.
Like you want to really like guard your corners and come around in twos and cover each other. Like it's like I'm sure it's like they had a real like SWAT dude in there. I think it's not a run around
just
and shoot and have fun. Like it's too real. It's too much.
Right.
It's too much.
So.
It's not fun. It's not. Good.
So what we need to do is we need to figure out if we're going to do core or hardcore. This is the first time we've ever considered this because we've always been hardcore. And I think that the team captains need to figure out. We need to figure this out as a unit. So if you're on a team, talk to your captain and figure that shit out, and then come at us with which one you want to play.
Yeah.
Core or hardcore.
Yeah. I'll put some shit up on the story this week too about it. We'll get some polls going and some shit going.
Yeah, straight up.
Straight up.
You know what? I didn't even think of that. We should be fucking with the KGL story like that because like we could be asking them all kinds of questions.
All kind of shit.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
And this is why you come to ESPOT.
Yep. This is why you come to ESPOT.
Yeah.
So, also a thing, and this is why we wanted to start season 2 like now. Like we would almost be talking about
January
the first
15th.
week.
Yeah,
we would be talking about the first week right now. But instead, we're talking about how the game isn't set up
ready for us.
Yeah, the game isn't ready for the fucking KGL right now. Like, there's no weapons restrictions.
Dedicated servers.
There's no dedicated servers. Well, I'm not sure or not, but I don't know. I'm always down for hardcore. This is a team call, though, so some people aren't down with how fast you die in the new COD, which I feel for sure because you die from the wind in hardcore.
Straight up.
Core felt good when we scrimmaged. Just need more teams to scrim if they're ready. Hey. Not time.
It's going down.
Like February 11th, 12th. Okay, so not till February 11th or 12th is when Kai says they're going to start with the weapons restrictions.
Okay.
I don't think we should have another thing to police. Like I don't think we should run the league officially if there's no preset weapons restrictions built into the game.
Right.
Like, because then we'll be playing, and then you'll get some motherfucker at the end who's losing. He busts out the RPG or whatever.
Right.
Just to fuck the game off of whatever our rules would be, how we would calculate for our DQ or loss of points or something. I don't know. Yeah. But I don't think we should even fuck with that shit.
Yeah, no, I'd avoid it.
So the KGL season 2 is not going to start until the game has the weapons restrictions built in. And then also, I guess there's bugs in some of the game modes Kai was talking about in control and stuff. So there's a couple of things that they got to figure out. So I think that until then, we're going to run this Warzone tourney and possibly something else. But then also we should be lining up these scrims like the preseason. Like it's KGL preseason. Right now. Is my thought. We can do the KGL preseason like we were talking about. Oh, there it is. Okay, so
that's real.
I really want the Kanna Krew, somebody with the Kanna Krew TV Twitch to be in on the scrims so that they can stream the scrims because I talked about this at the beginning. Because we don't have that footage. Like if someone goes to the KGL Twitch, they don't get to see the scrims
unless it's live.
Exactly. So like that's something. And we also want to put more of the gameplay. I think we need to put more of the gameplay on our Instagram and stuff too. Yeah. Like on all the platforms. Yeah. So I figured out how many league matches each team should play before the major tourney after 3 weeks. So that's another thing I think we need to talk about. That's something that the CDL's doing, which may or may not be a good thing for us. Because we want to run the open registration tournaments like we did last week. You know what I mean? And or last year.
Last year.
And the one structure. I mean, I guess we kind of talked about a way to get around that. So, for anybody who doesn't know, the CDL is going to be doing like 3 weeks of gameplay, like regular matches. And then they're all going to be getting points that whole time. And then that's going to determine their placement in the tournament at the end of the 3 or 4 weeks, right? And then they play that out, and that's for even more points. And then they do that whole series like 3 or 4 times throughout the season. And whoever has the most points at the end goes to the playoffs type shit.
It's almost exactly like what we were doing.
The only difference, the tournaments
play to play.
Exactly.
So they had a KG KGT.
They KGL'd their own shit.
KGL, yeah.
Did we influence the Call of Duty League?
Did we influence you, Call of Duty League?
Straight up. But, yeah, so, I mean, we did talk about, so the major would be open, like the one tournament, because
I like the open enrollment because of the Bohemians. And they came in
exactly.
and balled out, and they were fucking dope.
So,
I like that.
So here's the thing, though. So, like, the Bohicans would, even if, theoretically, oh, hold on, there's a lot going on. So, the Bohicans came in, won a tournament, and that got them entry, right? So, they didn't play throughout the season. And that was dope. They ended up getting second, which was cool. Mm-hmm. The thing is, though, with this system, they'd have to theoretically come in and win all 3 tournaments, depending on how many points they were worth, in order to get into the shit at the end, or they might not even be able to do that.
Right.
So I do think by having a schedule where it's just like, hey, OCF and Boogaloo Krew are playing on Tuesday at 7 or whatever the fuck, you know? Mm-hmm. I do think that is going to be able to... we might get people, like the Bohicans might be down for some shit like that. Mm-hmm. Like, they got to play 1 game a week. It's at a set time on a set day.
Right.
You know? Like, that's an easier thing to do.
Yeah, no. For sure.
Also, we don't know how, if we're playing core, it might be a little different. Like, we might have a whole new pool of motherfuckers.
Yeah. True.
But, so, because what we talked about last time was that potentially the tournament at the end of the 4 weeks or whatever would be 2 days. And you'd have, like, the first day, like, everyone who's in the league that's getting points, they'd place, but they'd have, like, a bye. And then all the randos would play, and then the winners of the randos would would go into the next round, and all the league teams got the bye.
Right.
And then they just play out the tournament. And so that's how the league teams benefit in the tournament from being in the shit. Right. But at the same time, well, no, yeah. I mean, I don't know. At the same time, I'll bet. Fuck yeah. We just need to make more clips and stuff too, like of the gameplay and what's happening, documenting the thing.
Time.
But see, so that's another thing, Kai. The tournaments historically have been an engine of recruitment for the league. There's always people that sign up and play in the league after they come in from a tournament. So,
the open element helps build the league.
Absolutely is 100%.
And then the thing that we're going to fix and hopefully help sustain the league at the higher numbers is making the tournaments not a win and you're in thing. That you get points for those.
Which is kind of what's going down.
Which is what's happening.
So you just need to do it, and then it is also open entry on the tournament, but you get a bye if you're a league team.
So and you'd have to play a bracket, which would whatever we'll figure that out.
So like, let's say there's 8 teams in the league. All of them get a bye in the tournament potentially, but then they're seeded based on their points. So
15 games.
That's just with them. But then let's say we fucking sign up 5 other teams.
Right.
So those 5 teams would play, or however that's going down. I guess we say 6. Those 6 teams play, then those 3 jump into the bracket with the league teams for the rest of the tournament. I mean, I almost like that's cool. Sounds cool to me, but at the same time, we'll come into some restrictions on that based on how many signups there are, and then also, should a league team get points? I don't know, like a bottom of the barrel league team that can't beat any of the new teams, get more points in the tournament than one of the new teams that lost to a better team, but they're a better team than the bottom of the barrel.
I think the way we scored it is pretty legit. I don't think we should fuck with the scoring at all. What do you think? You want to change it up?
Well, so here's the thing about the scoring that we have to consider is we're talking about the tournaments adding points now. So that's just something we have to think about. How many points in the tournament is that? Because in the CDL setup, the tournaments are more valuable.
Yeah.
And that's why the seeding in the tournament is so important.
That's what made the league special because, like, if you can't win the tournament, you had a chance to still make it. There's 5 slots.
Which that element is definitely still there because if you're getting points the whole time, as opposed to a
It's
team
just
that signs up at the
It's
end.
just that the tournaments are now valuable for people in the league.
Yes.
That's all that's saying.
And a team potentially comes in, signs up for a tournament, gets points. I think that I don't know. I think that. So then let's talk about this. When we apply points in the tournament, is it only amongst league teams, like how the league teams ranked against each other? Or are we giving points to all the teams based on how they ranked in the tournament?
I think we give it to all teams because that'll entice those teams
To keep going.
And I think that whoever's in the league already gets a bonus for top team.
Like if you're a league team and you win, you get extra points?
You get extra points. You get like a bonus, like a 2 points or something, a point, whatever.
Whatever the thing.
Whatever the thing
Because
is.
Call of Duty's doing like 10s and 50s or
Right.
something, I think.
Whatever
yeah.
the score. You get a bonus. You get a golden star on your little name.
All right, hold on. Let's see. We got some Twitch action.
Oh, shit.
So the major could be open. We're half the bracket. Okay, we do that. I've been trying to advertise on Twitter. If you make the league matches worth only a little bit of points, you're mostly playing to have good record to have better seed for the major. Oh, right. Because it's not points that get you the seeding in the major. It's your record at the end of 3 weeks. And then, but you get points for wins. I think if the league is set up this way, it would influence teams that sign up for the opens. If they get even third and a good chunk of points, they'll want to sign up for the league to make Kanna games. That's how Anon did it. We didn't win a single tournament for entry, but we balled out every tournament for points and got first. Yeah, every week. You're right. Right. So that's.
See, that's exactly what we want, Anon. We want somebody. That's what made the league. So we first were just running tournaments.
Yep.
And then we were like, no, shit. Well, what about the people that can't win a tournament, like, or the people that want to play more?
That's what it was.
Yeah,
we could play a lot more.
Yeah, who wants to play more? So then we figured out the league, and then we figured out we could do a dope ass big tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And then
we mix them all together.
And
that's what was cool is we had both elements happening at the same time. We had a motherfucker who wanted to just play a game and do well, and then play in the big tournament. And that's the people who tried to win in the tournaments. And then we had motherfuckers who were like super dedicated, like the Bohicans, and they came at the end. So it was really cool because the team that was super dedicated and did well and got the most points in the league played the first tournament winner for the championship.
It was dope.
Yeah.
Double the points for the tournament.
Double points on tournaments?
On tournaments.
Yeah, because here's the thing, too, is like, because we want that, though, right? Like, we want Bohicans to come in and play, potentially not play the league, but play all 3 tournaments and try to win. But here's what's really cool. You ready for this? Bohicans come in and win the first one and think, oh, yeah, we got this.
Points.
We don't need to play in the league. Then they come into the second tournament and get, like, 3rd place. And then they're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Or even they win again. They have points. Then they come to the 3rd one and don't win. And then there's that last little, or however it's set up.
Couple weeks.
They at some point they go and they're trying their tournament play, but now they're like, we may not get in, so now we have to play in the league to try to get more points.
Yeah.
And
which I like.
It's kind of cool.
But here's the thing: if we let's say it's a 3-week thing, and we have everybody plays each other once or whatever we decide or whatever it ends up being. You gotta fucking show up for those games and like on time because there's got to be a penalty for that shit.
Yeah, so if we're trying to get our shit on order, then we have to be sticklers on everyone else doing the same thing. So, like, I think that if we have a scheduled time though, it's gonna be really like we're gonna know when someone's not gonna be there. And what I like about the schedule is it'll allow us to be like, oh, well, we can't play the night game on that day, and we could reschedule ahead of time.
And be like, yo, can y'all play this?
Try to switch a game or push it to a day or earlier time slot based on people's availability.
But it would have to be 2 teams that being able to move because you can't.
Right, which is way more manageable though than everybody.
Teams, right?
Yeah.
True.
So what we're thinking right now, and this is just what's thrown out there, is like 3 days a week playing with 1 to 2 games each day, like 1 to 2 matches.
And it could even be like 1 on Tuesday, 3 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday.
And that's where the ability to push and reschedule would be
dope.
met. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Because then you have like the whole Monday and Thursday night football kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, because then it's like, oh, we just got a game in the week, or whatever.
If I can figure out how to fucking host, and as long as it's not at nighttime, like it's all on during the day.
No, after 3 weeks, each team. So I was thinking this 3 days a week, 1 to 2 games a day, only is each team playing once a week.
Yeah.
You think teams should play more than once a week?
Okay, so it depends on how many teams we have.
It depends on how many teams we have and how much time in between these tournaments.
And how much time in between these tournaments. Right? So how many tournaments, what does it all culminate to? When is that? That's just the main stuff.
It doesn't look like we're going to be able to finish this league season at 420.
Right.
And I think because it got pushed to February, I'm almost thinking we should just make it, because we were talking about doing 2 seasons in 1 year. I think we should just fucking
June?
1 season. Nah, I think it's just 1 season, like a longer, 4 tournaments.
Like the one like we did last year?
Yeah, longer, because we went from May to November. But I'm thinking we go from fucking February to like October, or February to September, or something like that.
And then that'll give us
Potentially.
time to get ready for January to do the next year.
Potentially. Or whatever we want to do.
Yeah.
Maybe we want to do Beta League.
Beta League. And we'll figure
Like
it
for
out.
real. And then,
Like for
or
real.
something. You know what I mean?
Because there was a lot of time. People had a lot of time over Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I think it was like hit or miss. So like sometimes people had hella time and sometimes people had no time.
Right.
I had no time. That shit got fucking crucial. All right. I think each team should play at least 2 matches a week, because on average, that's how many matches you would play last season in a tournament. Do a long ass season and do your annual Kanna games in December or November. One huge tournament is
if
dope, I
each
think.
team played each week, then they would play 3 times in a thing. They play 3 games as opposed to 2. Remember it was every other week. So in 3 weeks you would only play 2 games, but in this you'd play every week, so you'd play 3 weeks.
That's true.
So you want to play 6 times in 3 weeks?
See, and that's kind of what we don't know.
What up, Dig?
Yo, okay. I don't know exactly.
Long ass season. I like that. I mean, I'm down with that.
One huge tournament is dope, I think.
Like how we did last year, KGL too. It was long, one big thing leading up to something.
Yeah, it was all one for payoff at the end.
Yeah.
No, definitely we do that.
Yeah.
All right, so then we do. So then we don't want 7 days for 2 matches each team. That's plenty of time. 7 days, 2 matches each team. So then we would have to. Okay. We got to get our list of teams fucking finalized. Right now we have 5 teams. For sure. Like, for sure. No. 6. 6 for sure. Undertokers, Boogaloo Krew, Nerd Gear, Anon, Dragon Gang, and the Taxman. So that's 6. Not a lot of single signups, but people who are expressing interest in single signups. So that's coming, I believe. And that's low-key why we're throwing this Warzone tourney the way we are. Because we got extra time before the season can start because of the weapons restrictions.
Right.
So we're running this Warzone tourney. We're going to try to secure a good sponsor for it so that we can get some good promo on it and try to get some new people in.
See what we can.
Always ready for the scream next? Oh, yeah. Nerd Gear in the house. Dig on Anon.
It's
Yes.
gonna be dope, man. I can't wait for that.
Yes, definitely let us know when you know when that's happening so we can get in on podcasting.
We want to clip it and throw it on the page.
Exactly. So we kind of touched on this already, but guest podcasters. Hosting the games. So each team, it's as long as there's no dedicated, and potentially even if there is, because it was kind of cool to have a home field advantage thing. Each team is going to need to have someone that can host for the time when they'll need to host. That's something that is probably going to be incorporated in season 2. And so just keep that in mind. That's a fucking low-key a requirement of your team.
Right.
Guest podcasters for season play, like to have your face on there talking. That's something we definitely want to do. You need more podcasters and a decent amount of teams to keep those amount of games per week going. Exactly. Vega, that is my concern 100%. It'd have to be like a fucking little machine running. So there'd be podcasting schedules as well. That's something that we hadn't considered. So there's team schedule and podcasting schedule. Okay, well, if there's 6, each team plays each other once. Yeah, and that's kind of what I was thinking when we said 3 days, 1 to 2 games a day. It was everybody plays one game. There's 2 matches each day, theoretically, and there's 6 teams. So, wait a minute. That makes them play twice.
Twice a week?
Yeah, so actually, 3 days a week and 1 to 2. If there were 6 games in a week, then everybody plays twice.
If there's only 6 teams, yeah.
Right. So I think that's... Then it becomes more like basketball as opposed to football. More like basketball, not quite, because they play like 3.
So then everybody would play everybody twice.
In 6 weeks.
In 6 weeks.
Right.
Okay.
So that kind of gives you a good representation of where everybody sits, kind of. Like you could get
record.
Right, exactly. So maybe we do something like that and then run the tournament at the end of 6 weeks.
And your seeding is based on your record?
Your seeding is based on your record.
What about the newbies? Because it'll be open to registration.
Newbies play the first round. League teams get a bye.
League teams get a bye. I like that.
But then actually, so it would be dependent. So this is what it is. There would be seeding in the tournament, right?
Mm-hmm.
League teams, if there's 6 league teams get top 6 spots in seeding, and then the newbies sign in and fill in below. And so what that would do is that maybe not every league team would get a bye. Like the bottom of the barrel league team might not get a bye. They might have to play in the first round, but like the top 4 get a bye.
Right. It would have to fill out. It would fill out from the bottom of the league play.
Yeah, potentially. Well, if there's 16, I think 2 matches a week is the move. And after each major, wipe each team's record. So it's like a split. It's like a split record to determine your placement in the next tournament. But then the points accrue accumulate the whole time. You know what I mean? If you ran it like football, you could run games like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday.
That's the move.
You could make those days dedicated to league play a couple hours at the end of the day. Playing 2 games a week is smart for sure. Condense the days so there's not 6 days, just 3 days that everyone is ready to watch, just like football.
After we do Tuesday and Saturday.
Well, 3 days, right?
Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Oh, Sunday, right?
So, and then I think the game of the week should be Sunday. Like, we'll pick a game each week that's going to be game of the week, and we'll make it Sunday.
1 game on Sunday?
And we'll fucking go from watching the game played to streaming the fucking ESPOT. And that's the fucking game of the week. Just like fucking we've been ESPN.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's NFL right there.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
And then we'll have maybe 3 games on or whatever. I mean, we have to see how many games.
Well, then there's also the potential for reschedule too.
Right.
Team
For
can't
Saturday.
make it, and then they push to Saturday.
True. So like Tuesday, or we'd have to figure out that day. Wednesday?
Maybe we go Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday.
Because I'm off Wednesdays, so I could fucking podcast Wednesdays. Like,
So Wednesdays are
video
good.
and everything.
So we normally do Kanna coin on Wednesday, though. We could change the day on that. That's no problem. We could change that to Monday. Potentially. I mean, why not? We're always kind of scrambling for something to do on Monday. So we could move Kanna coin to Monday, KGL game 1 to Wednesday, game 2 to Saturday, or what? Day
Saturday.
1 Wednesday, day 2 Saturday, game of the week on Sunday. With ESPOT right after.
Be dope. What you think about that?
It's not outrageous. Because then we have Friday night freestyle. So then we have Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's pretty good. Or Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Which is cool.
Which is cool. It leaves Tuesday and Thursday open.
To do some shit.
Or whatever.
Production.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Okay. I'm not mad at it. So let me write that down. We're thinking Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday. Motherfucking Wednesday, not Tuesday. Good Lord.
What is it?
And
Monday.
Kanna coin toss on Monday.
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of like that.
That's solid.
It is pretty solid. And Saturday, and then it leaves us. So we can't really on the reschedule. It's kind of like, yo, we can't do Wednesday, because I'm thinking that. Well, actually, hold on. If you're off on Wednesday, then the game could be at whatever time. Like, we could almost do an afternoon. But we have to think about people working during the week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, for me, like...
I think it's a nighttime kind of deal.
Yeah. Wednesday night.
Wednesday night? Game or two?
Like 2 our time. So, maybe like 4. Like, you right when you get... You know, we'll figure it out. Like, whatever's best.
So, I think we should have 2 time slots. And then that way, if a team needs to push... Like, well, maybe we could play at night, or no, we could play in the morning. We could kind of flip them or something.
For sure.
Maybe, I don't know.
You can do that.
But then they could always push to Saturday. So then Saturday, okay. I like it. All right. How we post to Twitch. The fuck kind of note is that? How we post to Twitch?
How we post to Twitch.
I don't fucking know what that meant. Okay.
Did I put that?
No, I did. No, I don't think you wrote anything on here. Okay, I think we hit everything on the list. So, except whatever the fuck that was.
How we post to Twitch.
And that's a great advertisement for Blue Dot.
Right. If you don't know, go to Blue Dot.
Yeah, BlueDotOfficials.com.
They have the answers to how we post to
They have
Twitch.
all the
How
answers.
we post to Twitch. Right.
All right.
Need answers, go there.
Need answers, go there. All right, so we kind of hit everything. Or did we? Did we miss something? Kai, Vega? Anybody? We missed some shit? I think, okay, so this is kind of what we need to do. We have a couple things that are dependent on other deals. So how many weeks of league play there are in between the tournaments?
Right.
And I think that's low-key dependent on how many teams we have.
How many teams?
Weeks of play between tournaments.
Because that'll tell us how many games. And I mean, maybe we go from playing each other twice to 3 times or whatever. Maybe, but we'll have to fit
But it's
within
8
the
weeks
day.
or some shit.
Exactly. Well, we have flexibility, but it definitely that helps us narrow down a lot of shit.
Yes.
For sure.
No, sir, sounds dope as fuck. I'm excited to see how this goes. Yes, it's going to be lit. Okay, so weeks of league play in between tournaments. We need to set... So we don't know exactly when. How about this?
How we're going to score.
Huh?
The league. How we're going to score.
Yeah, okay. Point distribution. We let every team know
Oh,
which two
that'd be
teams
dope.
they're playing the next week.
Drop the schedule. We could drop. I mean, we were planning on having a whole schedule
Yeah.
for everything.
Yeah, that was
So,
the
like-
plan for like the 8 weeks leading up to the tournament. Like we know when all the games are.
Exactly. Like you know exactly.
Like
when
do
you're playing.
all that scheduling work at one time before all of it instead of trying to keep up on it the whole time.
Yeah, because we want to make sure everybody plays each other the right amount of times.
And then what that'll
kind of
do is
shit.
you have potentially you got fucking 2 months. You know what's going on, and you could be like, "Yo, on fucking week 6 on Tuesday, I cannot play.
Right.
On Wednesday, I cannot play. So I'm either gonna need a sub, or we're gonna have to move to Saturday, and then we can schedule that as far in advance as possible,
right.
because there will
then you
be
can-
8 people
right.
that need to know. So
We'll have that Saturday, and we can switch somebody, and yada yada.
So here's the thing, Kai. I do think that they should stay consistent with the same amount of matches in each split. The thing is, we have a potential to have new teams in the second split.
Right.
So then it might have to change up a little bit.
So then it changes.
Maybe.
But it it's gonna always be equal for everybody. It's gonna be fair.
That's the
It's
exactly.
always gonna be fair. That's
With league teams getting rewarded that stay in the longest because they'll have the most points.
yeah. It's gonna be fair for everybody.
But we want more teams, right? Like we want to at some point have like 16 teams.
We want
Where we're
16 teams.
NFL-ing
We
it.
want I want franchises.
Yeah.
I want dudes that get pissed and quit their team and join the fucking rival franchise. like Seahawks and Cardinals, or
Yeah.
Pittsburgh and Steelers. We kind of low key have a couple of rivalries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I mean, we're right there.
Yeah.
I think that shit's dope.
Real shit.
I like competition shit. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
For sure. Same amount of matches, even if there's more teams. Well, what that would do is that would mean that we'd have to set. So then, yeah. So what that would do is it would be like, 8 weeks on split 1, but then it's fucking 12 weeks on split 2
Yeah.
because there's more teams.
What it does too is it gets us ready for Tuesday. So like, what we could do is like, let's say we only have like one match on a Tuesday, or nobody's there on a Tuesday.
Wednesday.
Or Wednesday. Fuck. Wednesday. Damn. Wednesday. Yo, we could fucking do something else, like a Rocket League or fucking Brawlhalla or something like that. Like, we can intermix some other games in there too once we get our schedule down. That's part of why we want to have a schedule.
Exactly, because then we take that whole, because before it was like the whole Saturday's tapped. We can't do anything else.
Right.
I mean, the idea was though that we'd have that off week and we'd run something. But
The league was a little more than we thought it was going to take, though.
the league was a lot. It's super dope though.
It was super dope.
Okay, so we got Anon soliciting tryouts and Nerd Gear soliciting tryouts. Probably of each other. Anybody trying to jump ship?
Right.
It's going down. All right. Point District, you should have came to Anon. We would have. Yeah, that would be intense.
That would be.
Y'all did swoop Mewtwo off that last tournament though.
Yeah.
That was clutch. Weeks of play between tournaments, point distribution, and I mean that. I don't know what else. I can't really think of it right now. Blue.official.com.
Blue Dot Official.
Gotta leave room for the other teams. All right.
Right,
going
that's
down.
true. That's true. Please don't come. Just don't turn this into the Warriors and shit.
Yeah.
Just destroying everybody and nobody wants to watch the
Yeah,
games. Like,
right.
alright.
Just imagine, bro, when you're ready, Anon is here. That was fine. Yes.
That's why you gotta come to ESPOT, man. Things happen on ESPOT.
Things happen on ESPOT.
Straight up.
All right. So we got some shit to talk about. We also need to think about when Kanna Games 3 is going to be.
Once we get the schedule, weeks, tournaments, how many we want to run. I think we talked about one big ass one. So how many brackets do we want to run, basically?
On
And
Kanna Games
that's-
3?
Yeah. Well, till Kanna Games 3. Like
Holy
we did
bracket.
3, right? Yeah, like I'm just calling a league playing a tournament a bracket.
Okay, I'm calling it a split.
A split. So how many splits do we want to
Okay.
run?
Got it. Right. And how long they're going to be.
Exactly.
Because that'll really...
That'll.
Well, we want... So let's... Last year we did 3.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And what that did is that gave us...
3 at... how long were the splits though? 3 6-week splits.
Yeah. Well, but they were 3 weeks of gameplay.
3 weeks of gameplay, but 6-week splits.
Yeah, see, this is going to be different. So, like, 6 weeks this year is twice as many games. For sure.
Or do we go shorter? Oh, no, because we want to do a
We want everyone to
tournament.
play... What do you mean, like long split?
Long split or shorter splits, more tournaments.
Well, we
So
need to give
really
them
need
enough...
some
They need to
separation.
play enough games to be able to kind of get a record. Or else everybody's 1-1.
Right. Too many ties. You know, you're right.
Yeah. Each major is a month. Hey, shout out to the taxman. All right, because we got because Dig, Kai, and Vega were was the taxman, and me that was the taxman for like 2 weeks.
Right? Them 3 and you?
Yeah.
Oh, dope.
Yeah. I think 1 week it was somebody else other than me. But yeah. So, okay. I think we're kind of good. I think that the Kanna Games 3 so that's another thing too is like with the changing amount of like the from split to split and how many teams are in the league and the potential to extend the weeks between the splits, that would fuck with the date of the Kanna Games 3.
No, yeah. So that's why we got to figure out. It's like a domino effect. We got to figure out how many teams are committed to the first split. Then we'll have how many games. Then we'll know how many weeks.
But
we'll
then,
know
but
how
that
long the
doesn't tell us
split-
anything about split 2 or 3.
No, that's true. And we'll just have to expand the amount of games played on each day. So if there's more teams, we'd have to.
But then teams potentially play 3 days a week.
Yeah. No, they already do. If they're the game of the week. Saturday expands, so we go from playing
Wait a minute. So if we have 6,
more teams.
2, 2, 3, 1, that would mean that your team plays. That means that each team plays Wednesday and Saturday, or they play Wednesday and Sunday. Every team plays on Wednesday,
Saturday.
or they'd have to play 2 on Saturday. You'd have like a double header.
So we're talking about
Because-
6 teams. 6
yeah,
teams.
'cause check it out.
So that's 3 games. So if we did 6 games, right? We'd have to do 6 games. So 2 Tuesday, 3 Saturday, 1 Sunday, and you would have to play twice. So potentially, do you play one Tuesday, 1 Saturday? Or maybe you're like one of the Wednesday, Sunday game of the week would be Sunday, and that's just 1 game, or is that 2 games on Sunday?
Could
Yeah,
potentially be 2
of the week,
games.
2 games of the week.
Yeah, potentially because
Well, if we do that, then it's 2-2-2.
because think about this. So we have 6 teams, right? So we have 1v2, 3v4, 1v2, 3v4, and 5v6, right? That's only 3 games. So then we would also have to have 2 versus 3, 4 versus 6, and 1 versus 5. Let's just say.
Right.
So these are 6 games. So it's like there's gonna be we have to play more than 1 game on Sunday,
Okay.
or then people are gonna play 2 games on one of these days.
Yeah.
There's just no other way.
You might have to play 2 games on Saturday. Maybe you play 2 games. We never play 2 games on Wednesday.
I think maybe you never play 2 games at all. You play yes or different days. Yeah, so you play like 1 on Tuesday and 1 on Saturday. Because they'll want to like do their homework on
Wednesday.
those.
Wednesday.
Yeah, it's Wednesday. Everybody, it's Wednesday. Dude,
Wednesday.
yeah, it'd have to be 2 per day, but then the potential for the rescheduling thing might fuck some shit up, but that would only be if everyone's down. So the rescheduling might not actually happen. It might just give people time to dig into their roster. You know? Maybe we'll give the people what they want in Season 3, Vega. Oh, shit. Per week, 2 matches each day. Yeah, it'd have to be. Or else there would be doubleheaders.
Yeah.
So we could just say one of the games is the game of the week on Sunday.
One of the games.
Oh, whatever. Oh, whatever. What, do we lose the game of the week?
Yeah, I mean, it was nice.
Yeah.
Maybe we fucking have a game of the week on ESPOT. We talk about the match of the week.
Or we
clip like, yeah, let's watch the fucking.
We could potentially even do. That's gonna kind of fuck with ESPOT. What if we sandwich ESPOT in between 2 games?
Yeah, I'm getting a new schedule, so there's potential I could be off for a whole afternoon. So we could do. Maybe we push ESPOT to like start at
afternoon.
4. Start at 4.
Got it.
And I got the afternoon. I got it off.
And there's 2 games in the morning.
2 games in the morning, and then I'll fucking show up after work at like 2 around this time.
But pregame though is cool though. I don't know, man. I'm thinking that there's potential to run the first game, and it's just the first game, and then there's ESPOT, and we wrap up the fucking shit, whoop-de-doo, but then we hype the next game, and then the next game starts, and that's the game of the week. But we played one already that day, but that was just whenever.
I like that. Like, that's league play, and then here's the final league play of the week.
Yeah.
Game of the week.
Yeah.
I like that. That's dope.
Okay.
All right. Fuck it.
All right.
So there we go. Teams signing up. We need full rosters and figuring it out, right?
Yep. Teams, and then that determines split 1. And then we schedule the tourney. Right?
Right.
Tourney. And then we're good.
Good for a league. Right now we have Warzone tournament coming February 6th.
February 6th.
So that's full steam ahead, right? And then we're going to see what happens mid-February, they said, right, Kai?
Yeah, mid-February we'll know about the
league or the restrictions.
We should know by Valentine's Day.
Bet. That'll give us a little time to concentrate on Valentine's Day. Ping pongs.
Oh, right. Okay. I was like, oh.
Yeah, right.
But, all right, so Warzone, February 6th.
Warzone, February 6th.
It's going down. Kai, if we could get a flyer, yo.
That last flyer was dope as fuck.
He's got one with all of the restrictions and stuff on it, too.
That's
like the
dope.
rules, potentially, for the...
Fuck, yeah.
I'll hit him up tonight and see what's... Okay.
Bet, hell yeah. Subaru, hey.
Subi. That was another OG taxman that moved over. He played 1 week. I remember. Okay. And then he went to Anon. So I think we're good.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Keep an eye out. We're gonna have some fucking polls in the story.
Polls in the story.
We're gonna have some info dropping in throughout the week. Oh, clips of the week. Start sending them.
Start sending clips.
We could do one for sure, but like, what's a good? Let's see. I gotta look at the calendar. You want to start run it Monday, or just advertise for a week and start it next week?
No, I don't think we're gonna have any trouble getting. Well, we advertise submitting the clips. Monday clip submission thing or whatever.
Yeah. Potentially clips of the week.
Tomorrow. You'll know tomorrow if we're doing clips of the week.
You'll know tomorrow.
All right. And
Bet, Kai.
Okay. Adios, everybody.
All right, y'all.
Holla.
One. What's happening on that game?
On the game?
14-10.